Alright guys, we are going to put this sprocket on this 2017 R1 here. Figured I'd just do a little directional video because there's not really too many out for the R1. It's pretty simple to do. If you can pull your back tire off, you should be able to figure it out just fine. You got enough hand tools and stuff. Pull this off here. It's a number 4 and a number 5 Allen key. Let's see. Take your number 4, pull that out. Alright guys, once you get your bolts out of there, set them to the side, and this will drop right off of here, no problem. Okay, second thing you want to do is your adjusters. Take two 12mm wrenches, helps to have the tiny ones. Get in there. Run that all the way back, and then run it all the way forward. That way you can get the slack in the chain that you need. Just like that. You want to have it nice and ran all the way forward. Okay. Now you're going to want to loosen up your axle nut so that you can actually slide it forward. You're going to take an impact if you have one. It's a 32mm socket. So once you get your axle nut off, take your rubber mallet. You can just tap it through. It'll come out on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the axle. I'll be right back. Alright guys, once you get the axle out, the wheel's gonna drop. You're gonna have these spacers that come out on the sides. Here's the one you're going to get from your other side. You want to just set those down, and then you want to roll your wheel. Roll your wheel forward. That way you got enough slack in that chain, and you can just pull it right off. And then roll your wheel right out, no problem. Okay. So now you got the wheel out. You're gonna take a 14. Do it with a ratchet or whatever you want. I've got an impact. Not everybody has those. Alright guys, so we took some time off camera, cleaned everything up, got it all looking nice. There's the old sprocket coming off. New sprocket going on. Okay, here's all your parts. Take these nuts, put them back on. Alright guys, now the new sprocket is on. Next step is just to put it back in there. Okay, so now you got to get your spacer for each side, get those in place, and pretty much just roll it back on in there. It usually kind of takes two people or just one person that's really good at it. Biggest pain here, guys, is your brake caliper that wants to move every 10 seconds. So you just kind of gotta maneuver your way in. Alright guys, once you get your wheel back in here, the main pain in the ass with this is getting these two pieces, because this spacer will try to fall out 24/7, and this is not a captive mount for the rotor, so it's going to try to fall. So it's a little easier to have a second person, but once you you just got to keep these spread apart so the rotor will slide up in there. This is a lightweight rotor, it's not the factory one obviously, but once you get it up in there, it's pretty simple from there. I mean, you just literally reverse everything. Alright guys, we got the wheel all back on, axle greased up. I use Mobil 1 synthetic grease. Seems to work pretty damn good. You want to go ahead and torque your axle nut. Get that done. Make sure you get it adjusted where it's even on each side. You're riding down the highway with a crooked wheel. Want to get your sensor back on. Alright guys, once you get your sensor put back on right there, make sure you torque your axle nut. Make sure you greased your axle in the first place. Once you get your chain adjusted and everything and your slack's good on both sides, make sure it's even. You got 1 inch of slack and everything's good. Make sure nothing's binding, hitting, anything like that. Do all your final checks and you're pretty much ready to go. This is our first instructional video, so I know it's not the best thing in the world. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're definitely going to get a lot more coming your way, especially on the R1 since I happen to own one. But we get a lot of different bikes in here, so we'll have a lot of instructional videos for y'all. Alright guys, see y'all have a good one.